Wirecat Audio, welcome back, guys. You have installed Music Lab Cakewalk. Did I say Music Lab? Welcome back, guys. You have installed BandLab Cakewalk and you are ready to have some fun. All you need is some instruments to do it with. Hey, let's talk about plugins. When should you buy them? You just missed the best time to buy it. I'm sorry. This is the deal. The best time to buy plugins is Black Friday. About Black Friday through Christmas, because everything is half off. Just about every major manufacturer, 30 to 50% off. Take advantage of your upgrades. Just save your money. It's the only time of year really you need to go buy instruments, because otherwise you're paying full price and you're just going to end up paying thousands of more dollars. Get them. Think about what you need, what kind of music you're making, and get them at that time of year. Sometimes they have summer sales, but that is definitely the best time of year. And so while we're at it, we'll just go through my favorite, my go-tos. I don't have a whole lot of them because I don't. I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money to spend all on a bunch of instruments, so I try to just buy effective, big bang for the buck type of instruments. Session horns, you can see here. This is all under Kontakt. Once again, bought it. A Black Friday sale, half off. And that's the way you want to roll. Session horns, half off. Alicia keys, half off. Session strings, half off. And all this shit came with the Kontakt player. Finger pick, I think that was half off or a third off, something like that. And enough said about that. We all know about how badass Kontakt is and how good NI sounds. So there's number one. Talk about drums real quick. Addictive drums, my go-to. You know, Sample Tank has good drums too, but nothing like this. You know, not with the ability to shape, mix, and route everything the way you want it. This is just amazing. And they also do half off everything. You know, 2 times a year, 3 times a year. These guys are really generous. They really just, man, if you're smart, you should just buy everything, which is kind of what I did. When it's half off, I just bought everything except for mallets. I didn't want the mallets. It's just a drumming beast. It's really nice to use. And if you think of, you know, if you're tossing around this between this and Easy Drummer, do this for sure. I had Easy Drummer, and once you have Easy Drummer, has an Easy Drummer sound, and you cannot escape it. All your tracks they won't sound new and like it's just always going to sound like Easy Drummer, because they're all processed. All their kits have the Easy Drummer Toontrack processing stuck on it. It's not a raw performance. So no matter what you do, and you can't do much because they don't offer that many facilities to tweak your drum set, it's just going to sound like fucking Easy Drummer sounds. Also, their MIDI kits are not really individual beat MIDI kits. They're songs. So, yeah. I mean, you can go ahead and edit to your heart's content, but bang for the buck and adaptability, yeah, hands down, addictive drums. moving on. Omnispheres. Omnispheres is a beast. And as I move through these, I'm so excited because I have updates for a lot of these. I already installed 2.5. They were so cool to give that for free, which is like 30 more gigabytes of sounds. Omnispheres is not the first plugin you're going to want to go buy for yourself because it doesn't have standard sounds on it. You know, you find an organ, it's not going to be like, you know, your go-to type organ. These are all kind of specialized, tweaked, unique sounds. Just to give you an idea of how big Omnispheres is and the total content of sound underneath the hood of this thing. It is so huge, and there is such a wide range of sounds that third-party organizations, third-party companies do nothing but make presets, whole instrument genres, whole instrument libraries just based off the sounds within Omnisphere. Now that is huge. I mean, that is huge. It is massive. And thank God they gave you a nice way to find the massive amount of sounds in this. Huge, huge sounds. Anything you want to do. But it's big on pads and giant evolving, and it's just crazy out there type stuff. It's something everyone wants, but it's kind of icing on the cake. Super good sound quality, and just really unique, awesome, cooked up, magical sounds, a lot of them. Plenty of whistles and bells, and it would take you a good month to go through all the sounds on that thing. It's just huge. It's just massive. But it's, you know, like $500. So if you're just busting into this game, there are a lot of bread and butter bases you want to cover. And that would be your basic keyboards, like pianos, a bass, and drums, and an organ, synthesizers. So before you have those bases covered, you know, I'd wait on something like Omnispheres, because it's not going to give you the bread and butter sounds you want to start tracks, make songs. Then we have Centronic, and this is kind of all under the hood of IK Media. Centronic is just a massive collection of vintage synthesizers. Roland Jupiters, Obies, and Moogs, and all that stuff. Really, really cool sounding stuff. Just all kinds of cool stuff. ARPs. So basically any vintage synth that you want to get at, it has. And you can even see the interface of the synth. There's an Obi there. Oberheim, I think that was. Moving on. This is under the hood of IK Media, of course, the mother of IK Media Synths, Sample Tank. And there you see Looks like the synth I had loaded just a minute ago is also loaded up in Sample Tank. And Sample Tank is basically a Swiss Army knife of all the bread and butter sounds. This is an excellent place to start. Sample Tank, or getting one of the bundle packages from NI. Great places to start. Love the way IK Media has their business model set up. They're super fair. Their prices aren't out of this world, and you get a good dose of everything with Sample Tank. I love it. I love it. The effects on board, it has its own effects, has its own everything, and these effects are right out of T-Rex. So the effects are world class. They're really awesome, and there's some stinker sounds, but as far as meat and potatoes, make a demo, make a nice song, make yourself happy, has everything you need. It's got some killer loops. It's got the fucking Neil Peart drum set. I mean, come on, guys. Play with that for a while. Oh, fun, fun. Moving on in the IK world, and this is what else? I think I want to show you Music Lab's Real Guitar 2. This is my go-to bass. You're gonna need a bass, and before you go out and spend a lot of money on other things, other basses, for $199, you can't beat this. It's not sampled, it's modeled, but it is. I think it took like 10 years to make, and they got with MIT, used some kind of crazy algorithmic modeling, and it sounds amazing. It's super easy. It's just, you got all these basses for $199. They sound spot on. It sounds awesome in a mix. You don't have to program key switches in. You just play it. It's like picking up a bass. It's like picking up one of these basses. You just start playing. It's easy. It's just like that. I love it. I love it. Sample Tank 4 is going to be released pretty quick here. We're going to go through that. All new sounds, all new interface, all new effects, all new mixer. It's going to be huge, and I can't wait to go through all those sounds with you guys. It's going to be great. Last on this list of my favorite plugins, the ones I make all my music with, would be the guitars, and they come largely from Music Labs. Start with the real guitar, which is the acoustic, and then there is a Les Paul and a Strat that I'll show you real quick if I don't crash. Looks like I might crash right now. Got a lot going on here. Yeah, I called it. I think you've seen Real Strat. If you haven't seen Real Strat or Music Lab guitars, they are amazing. I got some other videos, you get to see them, and I'm sure you'll see them again in many videos. Just amazing instruments, highly playable. We have a recovery file. That's good to hear. I auto-save everything. Not that we need it. We're going to close this out as it continues to crash. So there you go. That is the VST wrap-up roundup. Buy smart, guys. Don't use stolen VSTs. Don't use hack software. It's just going to mess you up in the long run, really. And you're going to regret not buying your own stuff. Get in the game. Pick a company. Do it at the right time of year, which is basically Black Friday through Christmas. And once you're in the game, you can take advantage of the pre-sales and the upgrades. And you'll be a happy camper with lots of fun instruments. You've been watching Wirecat Audio.